What's up, divine beings? Peace, love, abundance, blessings. My name is AstroPapi, and today I'm going to talk about manifestation and two important ingredients, key ingredients that are not spoken of enough in manifestation social media platforms, which is the importance of embodiment and self-concept. Now, what is self-concept? Self-concept is the story that you have about yourself and the story that you have about your life. Self-concept is what are the subconscious belief systems that you have about yourself. Do you see yourself as somebody who always has to hustle, who always has to survive? And in what ways can you get yourself out of that hustle and survival mode to believe in a different paradigm for yourself, in a different storyline for yourself? And maybe the storyline needs to be, I am taken care of. Because that's been an affirmation that I have been receiving a lot recently is walk like you are taken care of, act like you are taken care of. Approach your day-to-day life from a place where you know, you honor, and you acknowledge that you are divinely taken care of. And that changes me because I have been in hustle mode for so long. I come from first generation immigrant parents. I come from not having a lot. And one of the repeated messages I have been hearing is when you change your storyline, when you change the story of what you believe your life is supposed to be like and look like, then you can now manifest new paradigms, new possibilities, new realities for yourself. So my guides have had me shift from believing that I always have to hustle, that I always have to work hard, to I am divinely taken care of. And I'll say some silly affirmations sometimes, like I am spoiled by the universe. I am the sugar baby of the universe. I am taken care of by the universe. I am taken care of by the goddess, by God, by the ancestors, all right? And my new self concept is I am cared for, I am victorious. Maybe your self concept needs to be I am loved, I am worthy, I am deserving of love. Maybe your self concept has to be I am confident, I am brave. And you have to start approaching life from a position where you now are integrating a new storyline. So we really have to look at what is the storyline that we have. And also at the same time, we have to look at what is the storyline that we have for the world. Maybe you've been betrayed before. Maybe people have hurt you. Maybe your family didn't give you a lot of support, and I come from that. But at the end of the day, I had to change my narrative and not say, oh, I never had the parents that I wish I would have had, and change it to, I am loved, I am worthy, I am whole, and I am full. So you really, really start having to realize that you are not your past, and you cannot keep defining your present and your future as your past. And there comes a point, y'all, where I'm gonna be 100 with you. If you feel like you have certain issues, such as self-esteem issues, because of what an ex did to you, because of what your parents did to you, what an old friend did to you, if it's fresh, it's fine. But if this has been years in the making, I'm going to be straight up with you. You need to start reclaiming your power. You need to start reclaiming your time, and you need to start reclaiming your energy. And this is by changing your self-concept. All right. This means that you have to change the story that you tell yourself. You are not somebody who has been hurt. You are somebody who has learned through your hurt. You are somebody who learned self-love on your own. And through that, now you know that self-love comes from within and you are unshakable. So this is really looking at your past and looking at it from a different point of view. Maybe in your past, you've gone through a lot of betrayals, but maybe through those betrayals, you have learned to trust yourself more and love yourself more and honor yourself more. So now your self-concept, the story that you tell yourself isn't, oh, I am that person who's been hurt. Now your self-concept is, I am that person whose confidence is unshakable. I am that person whose self-love is so strong and nobody can ever take that away from me. All right. Your self-concept is everything. So I want you to write down in the comments below, what is your self-concept? What is the story that you tell yourself? Maybe the story you're going to tell yourself now is I am a winner. Maybe the story that you're going to tell yourself now is I am wealthy and I am deserving of wealth. Maybe the next thing you're going to say is I am loved and I am deserving of love. And going into that, right? When we look at certain spirit guides and we're wanting to connect with certain spirit guides and manifest with certain spirit guides, for example, when we think about the spirits of money, I really want to focus in on the laughing Buddha, the chubby Buddha that we see in a lot of businesses. That laughing Buddha is happy. That laughing Buddha is chilling. That laughing Buddha is so joyful. And you just want to pinch his cheeks because he's so happy, right? And when I first saw him in my meditation, what he told me is wealth is within. You have to believe that you are deserving of the wealth that you are asking for. So, is there somewhere in your subconscious belief system that you feel like you're not deserving of something? And it's okay if it's true. It's okay if you feel that now. But remember, feelings can change. This is where you got to acknowledge maybe there's places where you still beat yourself up. Maybe there's places where you secretly feel like you're not good enough. Maybe there's places where you feel like you're not deserving of what you're asking for. That's fine if you got that. I ain't here to bully you for that, because I'm here to tell you you could shift that. Think of it like a volume button. Like you're gonna raise the volume. You're gonna raise up the frequency here on yourself. You're gonna raise up how you see yourself. You're gonna raise up your worth. You're gonna raise up your standards. And you're gonna do that by changing the story of who you are. So you are the story of victory. You are the story of love. You are the story of success. You are the story of joy. You are the story of happiness, baby. All right. So I want you to write that down in the comments too. I am the story of success, or whatever it is that you are wanting to create for yourself, whatever story you want to create for yourself. All right. Next up, next up, next up, next up. Another key thing that we need to look at in manifestation is embodiment. Wealth needs to be embodied to attract wealth. Love needs to be embodied to attract love. Happiness needs to be embodied to attract happiness. So let's break that down. What do I mean? If I am trying to attract wealth and my bank account looks a certain way, so maybe, my manifestation reality is I want to be in Saint Tropez, Italy or something. Or I want to be in, I don't know, I want to be famous. I want to be on TV. Maybe I'm not there yet, but you know what? I could start dressing like I'm famous. I could start dressing like reality TV me would look like. I can start visualizing what it would be like to be in a nice trip. I can start having a Pinterest board with all the places I want to go to on my next trip. I can start dressing the part of where I want to travel next. I can start taking myself on trips. A close friend of mine told me that the way that she manifests traveling is by, and if I don't know if she has a YouTube, Akashic Allures. Well, that's her Instagram, Akashic Allures. But what she talked about was her way of traveling was by first traveling in her own city, going to new places in her own city, and acting like a tourist in her own city, and visualizing what it would be like to travel all around Europe, all around the world. So you got to start being in that embodiment of whatever energy it is that you're asking for. For me, my guides will tell me, if you want to embody wealth, you have to embody self-worth. If you want to embody wealth, you cannot be in a hustle mentality no more. And they told me, when you are posting on YouTube, you cannot be posting for the sake of, oh, I got to post to stay relevant. I got to post to catch the algorithm. They're like, no, you got to post from fun. I'm posting because I already know I'm taken care of, but I want to post this because I feel inspired to share this, because it would be fun to share this, because it would mean something on a soul level for me to share this, not from a level of I want to stay relevant. Because at the end of the day, you know what? I'm relevant to myself. I'm relevant to the universe. I'm already worthy. And because I know I am worthy, I'm already attracting wealth. I already am wealth. I'm a fountain of wealth. All right? Or if you're wanting to attract romantic love, then you need to start embodying love. That means you need to start loving yourself the way you want a partner to love you. And it sounds like corny, it sounds lame, but you really gotta just be like, yo, I'm gonna play some R&B music. I'm gonna start playing some jazz music. I'm gonna start playing some love music. I'm gonna read love poetry. I'm going to watch love movies. I'm going to wear clothes that I would wear if I was going on a date, but I'm gonna just date myself. I'm gonna make nice dinners for myself. I'm gonna light red candles at home. Like set up the mood of what it would look like to be on a date with myself, whether that's like a cuddle date, a cuddle Netflix and chill date in the crib, because those are fun and those are cute. We already know those are cute. And also, like, I'm gonna take myself out on a date. I'm gonna take myself out on a nice dinner at a nice museum, at a nice gallery. All right, nice picnic at the park, whatever it is. You gotta start romanticizing your life. You gotta start embodying the energies of what it is that you're asking for. That's the only way you will win. Even, for example, if you want to be an artist, and let's say you used to be a very strong musician or painter or something like that. Recently, for me, I used to write a lot. I used to write poetry, and I've been published on Columbia University's magazine. I've been published by Poets.org and the Academy of American Poets. And I would act like it's a flex, but I haven't done it in years, because then I started my spiritual business and this took over for me a lot. But my guides have been telling me, okay, be that cute writer who goes to cafes and bars and writes. And I was just like, no, like I could just write from home. I could be that gritty artist. They're like, no. You want to manifest something, you have to start embodying what that energy is. What type of writer do you want to be? I was like, I want to be that social writer. I want to be that writer that's like sexy and ambiotic. So I have to go to sexy ambiances to be in the energy of that. This is whatever it is that you need it to be, all right? So if you're trying to manifest being a business person, maybe you gotta start wearing more suits. Maybe you gotta start wearing more blazers. Maybe you gotta start reading more business books. Like maybe you need to start being around people who embody those energies. Start hanging out in the business or finance districts of this town or city that you're in. Start going to happy hours over there and start meeting people there who embody that energy. Everything is embodiment. So now you need to start embodying, and embodying is a little bit like role playing, but clothes actually has an important energy, y'all. Clothes is literally like what energy is subconsciously driving me. So if you're wearing a suit or you're wearing a blazer, you're wearing a very businessy outfit, for example, maybe that's bringing in the energy of business. Maybe that's bringing in the energy of, okay, this is what it's like when I think in a business mindset. So embodiment is necessary, yo. You need to embody whatever it is that you're asking for. Like embodying makes you feel like you already have it even when you don't have it yet. All right, so I hope this video was a service to y'all. I'm gonna pull some cards just because I always love to pull cards at the end. This is the Ethereal Visions Tarot deck, and if this is resonating or if this was a support to you, please let me know in the comments below. Let's see if there's any other messages that Spirit has to say to us. Anything about manifestation, embodiment. We have the Lovers. The Lovers, self-romanticizing. Romanticize your own life. Be your own lover. Romanticize your life. Like it really does do a lot. Like when we think about inspiration, right? Like how does that come? Through romanticizing your life, through really giving yourself the visuals, the scenery, the imagery of what it is that you want. The next card that we have is Temperance. Temperance is also like letting go. One of the things too that I should have mentioned too in manifestation is that letting go is necessary. There has to be a point with you're embodying an energy, when you're acting like you're taken care of, when your self-concept is, I have everything I need. There's a point where you can ask for things, you can petition for things, and then you could just simply let it go. You can simply release. The next card that I have is the King of Wands. Victory. Have the energy of victory around you. Say affirmations like, I am victorious. Set up that, for some reason I'm hearing, if you're not confident, set up that image that you are confident. Set up the image of what is confident you like. What would confident you wear? And now you got to start doing that. You got to start dressing like confident you. You got to start acting like confident you. You got to start playing music that makes you feel like confident you. All right? The last card that we have is the Wheel of Fortune. You want to move the Wheel of Fortune? You want to influence the Wheel of Fortune? You have to embody. You have to visualize. You need to create visuals around your life over what it is that you want. All right? For example, for some reason, I'm getting having a jewelry box, even if you don't have the jewelry yet. Having a nice closet, having a nice closet space, even if you don't have the clothes, the designer clothes that you want yet. And it doesn't matter what it is, y'all. Don't be afraid of what it is that you want. I'm not here to judge whatever it is that you want, so long as it's ethical, so long as you're not harming anybody, so long as there's consent, so long as it's not you exploiting anybody. Like, do whatever it is that you want to do. You want to be a dominatrix and you want to manifest that, like start wearing leather, like start having like some leather whips in your crib. You trying to manifest love, then start having flowers around your home, start having flowers around your space. You're trying to manifest abundance, start feeling royal, start feeling wealthy, start telling yourself that you are worthy. Start programming your subconscious mind by embodying whatever it is that you're asking for, and start telling yourself the new story of you already have everything that you have to get you there. All right, I hope that this video was a service to y'all. If it was, please let me know in the comments below. If there's any other subjects or you have any questions about anything, please write it down on the YouTube comments below. Stay beautiful, stay abundant, stay great. I do offer private readings and spiritual mentorship. You can go to my website in my link in bio to book that. Peace and blessings.